Hey, good morning. I haven't done one of these in a little while because I've been really wanting to tell this story. Okay, hey, welcome to Camellia City. This is episode 8. I'm Danan, and I'm talking about things that happen in this crazy, magical, and I am not kidding, magical town. There's so much stuff going on that I don't talk about, like Walmart caught on fire again, apparently. We don't know if it was, or I don't know if it was somebody who caught Walmart on fire again, or if it was just a fluke this time. But we have an issue with our Walmart catching on fire. Um, Also, the other day I was at Cracker Barrel, and they had their wonderful fireplace going, but had not opened the flue. I think it's called a flue. Um, and so the diners were covered in smoke until someone figured out maybe we should make the smoke go up out of the fireplace and not into the people. So I'm going to do these more often because the crazy stuff keeps happening in this town. It is, and some things I have heard that I will never be able to repeat ever. You're going to have to become my best friend to know some of this crazy stuff. About thumbs. Oh my God, and all kinds of craziness. Okay, so the story I want to tell you today happened to me, and it was a great lesson that I learned, and it was really embarrassing, and I just think it's important to talk about because now that I've had a few days to think about it, I can't even tell you what a valuable lesson it is to find out that I hurt someone's feelings. Okay. So, and how bad and embarrassed I feel about that. So I'm at the Piggly Wiggly. Like a lot of my crazy stories start. And I see someone who has come in my shop, Sweetheart, Alabama, several times. In fact, she's one of my VIPs because she came in the shop when it was still an Airstream trailer parked over down Commerce Street, Commerce and Camellia. In the rough days of when I was inside of a camper trailer trying to have a store. Okay. She was from back then. So I consider those people my VIPs. So I'm going to call her Angel because I don't want to use her name. And to tell you the truth, that's what she is. So I see Angel walking up and I go, "Hey, how are you?" And there's this look on her face like, "Oh my God." And I see this recognition of, okay, I'm going to deal with this. And I'm thinking, this is not how I want people to look at me when they see me, you know? And I said, "How you been?" She said, "Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't come to your shop because you really hurt my feelings one day." And the blood just rushed. I can't even, I mean, you can imagine how that feels, right? Think about, but so what? Think about how that felt for her. The bravery, I've been thinking about her in this story and the bravery it took to say to someone in a public place where she doesn't know how I might react to that. And she just told me the truth. To tell you the truth, I haven't come by your shop because you hurt my feelings the last time I was there. And I really couldn't say nothing. I was like, what? And she told me the last time she had come in my shop, I had somebody else in there and I made her feel unwelcome when I was dealing with the other person. And I'm not making any excuses for myself because sometimes I'm very Asperger's in public situations. I'm socially awkward. But that's no excuse, and I'm not going to make any excuses for myself. What happened was I made her feel uncomfortable. And she felt so uncomfortable, she left. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't remember that situation. But I believe it happened because I saw the emotion in her face and just how bad she felt. She was like reliving the moment. And I said to her, I don't remember that, but obviously that's my fault. And I am so sorry. And I was genuinely like, oh God, I fucked up. And I've heard, and by the way, this is a kind-hearted, smart, funny person who is dealing with her own shit. We've all got our own shit. I happen to know a little bit of her stuff, and she's got, she's dealing with some shit. And to know that I hurt her feelings or made her feel unwelcome, oh my God. And see, this is why I was so embarrassed and kind of just disappointed in myself that I ever let someone feel that way. I have been in many a store, and I think we all have, where we felt unwelcome. Some of them here locally in the beautiful Camellia City. Quite a few of them, actually. And you can chalk that up to, snobbery or just people. I don't know why people do that, but there are stores here that have that reputation of being a little snotty. And to think that someone thought of that of me I was so embarrassed. Just so embarrassed. So, okay, Angel, think of how brave Angel had to be to do that. So we talked for a minute, and I was like, just please, if I can make it up to you, just please come back to the store and just hang out with me, just sit with me. Let me make this up to you somehow, At that point, I was starting to get a little choked up, and because I'm embarrassed, and I realized I've hurt someone. And she was like, and she was ready to check out, and she was like, I might, blah, 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 I might. So then I'm getting all teared up. And look, I'm going to cry I'm a crybaby. I cry at things, so, but this is serious. So I start tearing up and trying to walk through the aisles. I'm done shopping, by the way. I got everything I need from Piggly Wiggly, and I'm done shopping, but I'm like, I have to get myself together here because my eyes are getting red. I'm starting to get a little sniffly. I'm trying, how you're trying to hold back the tears, and your face just gets worse. So I'm walking through random aisles I would not shop on, y'all, like the candy aisle, just pretending to look at candy, trying to not get all teared up, thinking about it. And I'm thinking about what an asshole I am. So, and here's where Angel really is an angel. She'd already checked out. I don't know where her stuff was, but she found me again and hugged me and said, I love you. Okay, see, I'm getting choked up. But here's the deal. Think about what it takes for a person to do that for another person when they've been wronged or when they feel wronged. Have you done that for somebody? Have I? Now, the easy thing to do would be when somebody has pissed you off or you've considered that they've wronged you in some way. You know what the easy thing is to do? Well, there's that asshole. There's that jerk that did blah, blah, blah. And you avoid them at the Walmarts when it's not on fire, or at the Piggly Wiggly, or wherever you are, and you just, there's that jerk face. And you go, and you avoid that person. The kindness, the bravery, the forgiveness it takes to go back to, not only to tell that person, I feel that you hurt my feelings, or you've wronged me. Then to take a minute, forgive that person, and then, oh my God, to go and hug that person and tell them you love them. Goodness gracious. what a lesson that was for me. If I could live my life in the Piggly Wiggly, just in the Piggly Wiggly, as honestly and beautifully and with love like Angel does, well, then I would be doing something, right? We'd all be doing something. Because, and I think here's a lesson here. The lesson I saw in the way she lives her life is that you recognize the truth of something. To recognize the truth of something. To get past the feelings of that, the hurt of that, and to live life with love anyway. I can't think of any higher calling in just your everyday life in the freaking Piggly Wiggly, right? This wasn't in church or in a place where you feel like, I'm going to be living my highest this Sunday. And that's why I'm doing this on Sunday, by the way, because it's what you do on the other days that's important. In the places that seem really, boring or regular, that to the people, in your everyday life, that's in your circle. That's what's important. And that's what Angel showed. I'm just blown away by that. Now, the lessons I have to learn from that is watch myself and when I'm dealing with the public and with people and make sure I'm not hurting people's feelings unknowingly. Not everybody can see your heart and knows your heart, that you have a true heart doing something. And what you project affects them. And I need to realize that myself, that not everybody realizes I'm here because I want to be here and help people and I love people and I want to, walk the walk and, live the life of love and truth. Yeah, if I'm not showing that, then there's a lesson to be learned there. Also, another lesson I need to learn is, am I willing to forgive people like she forgave me? Am I willing to think about the people who I think have wronged me, whether they have or not? And am I willing to extend forgiveness and love to them in that way? Holy cow. And am I willing to, realize that I'm going to embarrass myself sometimes? Not only with hurting people's feelings, which is embarrassing, but crying in the Piggly Wiggly, which wasn't so great either. So if you saw me last week, a little verklempt up in the Piggly Wiggly, that's why. I also had a bottle of wine in the cart, so I'm sure they were thinking, Lord, that Danan, she's crying wino up in the Piggly Wiggly. God knows what they were thinking. But yeah, what an amazing lesson. And I just want to thank Angel. She may never hear this. It's okay. What she's done, I hope I can share and it will help others too, because what an amazing gal that she is. So yeah, I've got a couple other stories from the Piggly Wiggly I might share at some point, and from the Walmarts. And we just got a Dollar Tree, which is the hot new store in town. And there's lots of exciting things coming up in town for sure. Some meetings about the old Boss manufacturing building, Christmas parade, Thanksgiving events going on. So yeah, I'll be reporting more. And maybe one day I'll be able to tell you the story of the thumb. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a great week ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. And say hello to me sometime.